If it happens, it would be more than a performance. It would be a symbolic passing of the torch. For Bad Bunny, it's proof that his moment is built on a foundation laid by Shakira and others. For Shakira, it's a declaration that her influence hasn't faded, that she's still a force, still relevant, still in control of her legacy. And for the world, it could be a statement that Latin music isn't just a sideshow, it's the main event. But pulling this off will not be easy. According to insiders, there are roadblocks. First, logistical hurdles. The Super Bowl halftime show is notoriously secretive and high stakes. Every move is calculated, every second planned. Sneaking in a surprise guest is risky. The NFL, production teams, and security teams have to be on board. Insiders say Bad Bunny is leveraging his influence, but he's got to convince more than just his own team. Next, financials. Bringing Shakira in could cost millions. Her fees, the cost of production, choreographies, staging, it all adds up. Bad Bunny's camp reportedly has to negotiate hard to make sure hers is no side gig, but a headline-worthy moment that matches his own vision. Then, creative clash. While both artists are Latin icons, their styles are very different. Bad Bunny is edgy, modern, experimental. Shakira has a legacy rooted in pop rock, dance, and global crossover. Balancing the two in one halftime set means risk. Either the performance feels disjointed, or someone's vision gets diluted. And finally, public backlash. Even if everyone at the top says yes, the critics might come out swinging even harder. Shakira would be stepping into a political spotlight she may already feel she's left behind. Bad Bunny could face more resistance, not just for his music, but for his entire cultural identity. Despite the risks, not everyone is standing in the way. In fact, Shakira has publicly voiced her support. She said she's so proud of Bad Bunny, calling his Super Bowl moment a victory for Latin representation. She's also acknowledged how much the industry has changed, that when she began, singing in Spanish on an English-dominated stage was a gamble. On top of that, fellow artists and insiders believe this kind of collaboration could be historic. Some in Bad Bunny's circle argue that pairing him with Shakira isn't just about nostalgia, it's about generational power, using her legacy to propel him and him using his moment to shine a light on her influence. And fans are already buzzing. On social media, whispers are turning into hope. Reddit threads, fan pages, and Latin music forums speculate that this could be the performance of the decade. If Shakira appears unexpectedly, the internet believes it'll be unforgettable. But even with all the support, the potential downside looms large. Industry operatives close to the situation tell me, if plans leak, it could backfire spectacularly. If the public finds out in advance, the surprise loses power. If her presence isn't handled perfectly, it might feel like a cheap stunt, not a heartfelt reunion. And there's the political dimension. Some insiders warn that leveraging Shakira's legacy might be seen as a provocation against conservative critics, especially given the vocal backlash about language, identity, and tradition. Bad Bunny could be accused of making the Super Bowl a political battleground. That's exactly the narrative some of his detractors are trying to spin. Shakira's team reportedly knows this, and they're cautious. They don't want this to be just a headline-grabbing moment. They want it to be meaningful. They're pushing for authenticity, not cheap spectacle. So where does this leave us weeks before the show? Bad Bunny is pushing for Shakira. Shakira is seriously considering. Insiders describe secret meetings, rehearsal talks, and heavy negotiations. But the production risks, the costs, and the backlash are all very real. If it all goes through, the Super Bowl could become more than a halftime show. It could become a cultural watershed. If it collapses, it could become the most talked about flop in halftime history, a broken promise, a lost opportunity, a moment of ambition that couldn't overcome the weight of politics and optics. Why this matters? Beyond the spectacle, the stakes are deeply symbolic. For Bad Bunny, this isn't just about being on stage, it's about recognition. He's saying, we're here, we belong, and this moment is for us. He's not just performing, he's declaring a legacy. For Shakira, there's a chance to reclaim a piece of her pioneering story. Her support feels deeply personal. She remembers when Latin artists were fighting for space, when singing in Spanish at the Super Bowl was daring. To show up now would be more than a gesture. It would be a statement that her path wasn't just for her, but for many who came after.